Hello, everybody. This is Simon here, and what I wish to share with you in this video is about happy thoughts and how I'd like to share a perspective of when we're experiencing joy. So I think that sometimes we place these ideas or conditions upon when it is that we can experience joy, when it is that we kind of allow ourselves to experience joy, to breathe in joy, to live in joy. Like sometimes we kind of make these place these conditions upon when this is possible for ourselves. But what I'd like to suggest to you in this video is that it's actually always possible for anyone to experience joy whenever they want, because the joy that is experienced is not experienced because of circumstances or favorable outcomes necessarily, even though those things are not to be denied in life or to be, overlooked. But the things that, like, what makes us experience joy is more so the happy thoughts that we're thinking. And of course, these happy thoughts can arise out of experiencing, favorable outcomes or circumstances that we appreciate and feel gratitude towards. Of course, this is that is not to then be denied in itself, but in realizing that we can think happy thoughts regardless of what is going on in the changing or in what is changing around us, we can allow ourselves to experience happy thoughts, to think happy thoughts by simply our own decision, by simply allowing ourselves to focus upon that in the way that we are creating our own reality, in the way that we are allowing, in the way that we're kind of walking through life. We can allow ourselves to think happy thoughts and kind of indulge our mind in these happy thoughts regardless of what is going on and outside of us. It's really nothing outside, but what is going on in the external world, in the sense of circumstances or what is, you know, kind of manifesting. We can allow ourselves to be happy, washing the dishes, or allowing ourselves to be happy reading the newspaper, or allowing ourselves to be happy doing nothing, or drinking tea, or anything we can allow happiness to flow through any 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 anything basically, which is something I think we all know, but that we sometimes can forget, that we sometimes forget. We sometimes think that if I just get this, then I will be happy. If I just manifest that, then I will be happy. Or if I just see myself creating this, then I will feel content, and allow myself to kind of breathe out and feel that, okay, now I can think happy thoughts. Now I can allow myself to generate these kind of emotions or these kind of thoughts, these kind of spiritual thoughts or what have you that generate a sense of relief, a sense of joy, a sense of happiness. But really, we can come to understand that we can allow ourselves to at least understand that we can think these thoughts regardless of what is manifesting, regardless of what we have going on in our life experience. So then this creates a kind of sense that the joy that you want is no longer found, it's no longer, dependent on that which you cannot control. So it's a kind of surrender to a joy that is constantly available for you to embrace. And this can be, especially when this is aligned with your heart's desire, these this can be very powerful as you just allow yourself to realize that the heart can become aligned with these happy thoughts. So it doesn't have to be a kind of childlike self-amusement that is just, riding a wave of energy. It can also be a sense of experiencing life with your heart and allowing these happy thoughts to arise out of meeting life from your heart. But this again don't have to be dependent on meeting specific conditions of, what is kind of what you believe, what you're supposed to live, like, if that makes sense. If we all have an idea of what we want to live, or what we want to, to live and to experience and to be, or to just, join together in. But then these happy thoughts that can also drop into your heart space does not have to be, come out of a feeling of gratification that you are succeeding in living the life that you imagine, because life itself doesn't really know about failure or success. Life itself is just life itself. It's just ever unfolding potentiality, and part of that potentiality is these happy thoughts that you can allow yourself to simply dwell, or to allow that to arise. And this, of course, doesn't, necessarily happen just because you realize that, okay, I don't have to earn a lot of money, or I don't have to have a lot of this or that in your life. You can still, of course, doesn't mean you experience those joyous thoughts at all times. And I also think that, of course, when we do the things we want to do, when we follow our calling and these things, such as, acting on empowered inspiration, and sharing these things, of course, that also produces an availability for these thoughts to arise. But we can realize that we do not first have to experience the things, the results that we desire to then be happy. We can actually be happy in whatever process we undertake, as we are no longer classifying these processes, or these, life experiences, situations, as something needing to be a specific way for us to be happy. So that's what I'd like to share with you in this video, and thank you for watching this video, and have, as always, an amazing day.